Today on Good Morning Maine, important advice from game officials who are concerned about the growing number of drownings this summer.
Plus, outrage in Belfast after someone stole from an organization that helps local veterans.
And Penobscot County is increasing pay for emergency dispatchers with hopes of solving a staffing shortage. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us on this Tuesday morning. We'll have all the day's news coming up. But first, a check of that forecast. And we're starting the day like we have so many others recently. It's raining pretty steadily out there today as the storm system moves its way into the state of Maine. There's big concerns out in western Maine today about the potential for flooding out there. Around this area, it's just going to be wet for a while, and then things are supposed to clear up somewhat as the day rolls along.
Right. I know. It's at this point I'm thinking it's like, would I rather have this much rain or would I rather have the 110-degree heat that they're having in Texas and western parts of the country? Yeah. It's crazy. It's a toss-up.
Everywhere you go, there's something going on. Wildfires out west. And
yeah, it's crazy. Here's Devin Biggs with the forecast.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Tuesday. First weather forecast brought to you by Marilyn Monroe Spas. Sign up for your VIP spa membership today and access exclusive members-only services and benefits. It's the perfect gift for the summer. Alrighty, here we go. So we have some advisories to talk about this morning. Mainly in the northwestern parts of the state, aerial flood watches remain posted until 8 a.m. this morning. Once that gets out of here, things will start to calm down. We also have river flood warnings and such that are in effect until further notice for the western parts of the state as well. A lot of rain has fallen in the western parts of the state. And of course, a broken record fog. We've been dealing with fog again this morning near Bangor and areas to the south and west where visibility is down to a few mile visibility. But we're going to start seeing things improve, of course, as the daytime gets going. But daily chances for fog will be expected, though, moving forward, or more so occurring at night. But otherwise, though, we've had some decent rainfall as well. Looks like we had a little bit of lightning earlier this morning as well. Looking at some of the lightning tracker data right there, looks like we did right about in there. But now it's just some general rain that we've been seeing. We're going to push this off to the east. We'll catch a break, and a few showers and maybe a rumble of thunder will be possible during the afternoon period later on today. But otherwise, though, there's a lot of rain out there again, which is why we're seeing a lot of flooding in a few spots as this area low pressure just slowly tracks off towards the north and east. So futurecast for today, we'll get a few breaks in the clouds, some showers and a few rumbles of thunder possible. But look at Wednesday, a nice way to start things off with a lot of sunshine in a few areas. So your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, showers and thunderstorms possible. In general, temperatures rising into the 70s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
All right, thank you, Devin. Meanwhile, a death over the weekend in Madison has now been ruled a homicide. Maine State Police spokesperson Shannon Moss says 57-year-old Mark Trabou of Anson was discovered deceased inside his vehicle on Saturday around 8 p.m. The Maine State Police Major Crimes Unit also responded. The Office of the Medical Examiner in Augusta has since ruled it a homicide following an autopsy. Moss says there's no ongoing threat to the public and additional details will be released at a later date.
A Norway man accused of murdering his wife made his first court appearance on Monday. 61-year-old Andrew St. George is accused of killing his wife on Friday. According to court documents, police arrived to discover the body of 60-year-old Barbara St. George under the tire of her husband's pickup truck at their home. The couple's son says Mr. St. George called him on Friday and admitted to running over and stabbing Mrs. St. George. Barbara St. George's sister says the couple had been separated over the last 2 years and had been fighting over who owned the property in Norway. He's now being held without bail.
There have been multiple drownings recorded around the state this summer, 2 in just the last couple of weeks. Our Grace Blanchard spoke with game officials about how people can stay safe and hopefully avoid dangerous situations.
I mean, people are getting out and swimming and boating, and we want to continue to try to have, not have these tragedies, to have a good, safe summer, and not make somebody's vacation, end with tragedy.
With the recent drownings recorded in Maine this summer, game wardens are urging people to step up and to take the safety precautions to prevent incidents like this from occurring across the state.
It's hard because I know before I was a game warden, I always didn't wear a life jacket, but I see the outcome of something if you go overboard or what can happen.
Game warden Rick Willett was part of the dive team that recovered the body of a man who drowned in Union on Saturday and responded to the incident in Hancock involving the drowning of a 16-year-old boy last week.
The incidents that we've happened so far have been kind of isolated. The child that passed away in Deer Lake had a medical event, so it's not like, you know what I mean. It's how are you going to prevent that? And water is very unforgiving. If you have a medical event, if something happens to the water, it's not like you can just stand up if you're especially if you're over your head.
And although it seems like there's been a significant amount of incidents involving drowning, game wardens say this is unfortunately nothing out of the ordinary.
By pure numbers, people that go to the water, there's going to be incidents, just like there's always going to be a car accident on the road, right?
But he says there are safety precautions that can and should be taken.
Wear a life jacket if you're not a strong swimmer. If you are a strong swimmer, have some safety contingencies. Swim with other people. Have other people around you. Maybe even throw some throwable stuff out there. So in case there is an incident, you can grab a floaty or a tube or something that is just there in case if an incident does happen and someone is struggling.
In Herman, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A grand jury has charged 67-year-old Paul DeForest with one count of criminal solicitation of arson while he was an inmate in Hancock County Jail. Court documents provided by the Maine Attorney General's office allege that on December 16th of 2022, DeForest tried to get fellow inmate Michael Robbins to commit arson. It's unclear what the target of that arson might have been. DeForest was already in jail in connection with the shooting death of Eva Cox back in January of 2022. Solicitation to commit arson is punishable by up to 10 years in prison. DeForest was later moved to Washington County Jail, where he's being held without bail on a murder charge.
Maine State Police are still investigating the death of a woman found in a ditch in Southwest Harbor last month. The body of Amber Robbins was discovered by a passerby on the morning of Sunday, June 11th, near 61 Main Street. An autopsy determined the cause of her death was blunt force trauma from a hit-and-run crash. According to Maine Department of Public Safety Public Information Officer Shannon Moss, the case remains an ongoing investigation, and there are no further details to announce at this time.
Belfast community members are outraged after learning that a local organization dedicated to supporting veterans has seen incidents of theft and vandalism. Our AJ Douglas spoke to the leader of the Post, who expressed shock and disappointment over the negative incidents.
This trailer is used to collect bottle donations for the Belfast veterans of foreign wars. Post leaders were highly disappointed after finding a trailer identical to this one stolen.
It just doesn't make sense. We do so much in the community. We partner with all kinds of groups.
BFW members were upset after finding that around $300 worth of bottles had been stolen from one of the community donation trailers. Days following this alleged theft, Post members were again shocked and saddened to find the monument that sits on 2 Footbridge Road had been vandalized.
The flags were taken down. The POW MIA flag was put on upside down, and then the American flag was tied in knots and put back up on the flagpole.
After the most recent theft on Sunday, when an assailant took off with an $1,100 trailer and an estimated $500 worth of bottle donations, that makes 3 incidents in less than 2 weeks. Robert says the Post feels targeted. Detective for the Belfast Police Department, Damian Leffert, says the community is standing by the VFW.
A lot of tips have been coming forward and people have been great about it. I really appreciate it. This organization does so much for the community. It's just really sad that someone went to the length to steal from this organization.
Roberts has a message for whomever is responsible for the theft and monument vandalism.
Why? Why? I mean, if you needed a hand, if you needed some help, just come talk to us. You don't have to steal from us.
Anyone with information about the stolen trailer should reach out to the Belfast Police Department. In Belfast, I'm AJ Douglas for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The state's $10.3 billion budget recently passed by the legislature and is currently awaiting approval from Governor Mills. More than $100 million from that budget could be going towards Maine's effort to combat the affordable housing crisis and homelessness in the state of Maine. According to Maine State Housing Authority Director Dan Brennan, $70 million would go towards both rural housing and low-income tax credits that would be given out over the next few years. In the short term, an additional $12 million would go towards building emergency shelters, and $5 million would be dispersed to existing shelters. Brennan says another issue he hopes to address is increasing rent.
The idea is if you're able to provide more rental housing, which this $70 million is going to go and do, the more units that you can put on the market, and we know the private market is also building houses, the more homes you have, then the more as the supply increases, hopefully prices begin to stabilize and rents will come down is the overall strategic goal here.
If Governor Mills signs the proposed supplemental budget, it would also allocate $15 million to help individuals who are struggling with their high energy bills.
Governor Janet Mills has signed 8 more bills into law. They include measures that will establish a commission regarding foreign-trained doctors living in Maine, and one that will establish the task force to study the creation of a comprehensive career and technical education system. To date, Governor Mills has signed a total of 453 bills into law during the 131st legislature.
Maine State Police are increasing trooper patrols thanks to a grant from the Maine Bureau of Highway Safety. The grant allows for extra troopers to periodically be added to patrol shifts to focus on impaired and distracted driving, seatbelt enforcement, and also speeding. These extra patrols usually take place during holidays or special events when more drivers are on the roads.
We may only stop one car, but in the course of that traffic stop, 100 other people might drive past us in that. During that moment, so those people see that the troopers are out and they might take an opportunity to look down at their speed. If they're headed to a place that's serving alcohol, if they saw that troopers had somebody pull over on the way there, they might make a different choice.
As he believes the current increase of troopers is helping to keep drivers safe.
Mosquito activity is picking up, and the Maine CDC is urging people to take precautions. In Maine, mosquitoes spread several diseases, including West Nile virus. The CDC says many people show no symptoms, but some experience mild flu-like symptoms such as fever, headache, and weakness. Others experience severe symptoms, including vomiting, speech difficulties, neck stiffness, confusion, and seizures. If untreated, some infections can lead to death. The Maine CDC says the best protection is to prevent mosquito bites. They recommend wearing long sleeves and long pants, as well as using an EPA-approved repellent. They suggest using screens on windows and doors and draining any standing water. You can visit the CDC website for more information. I'd say especially if you're immunocompromised, these things are really applicable.
Yeah, but mosquitoes cause so many problems all around the world. But, you know, the standing water thing, that's something you can do at your house. Look around your house if there's any old tires or anything like that that can collect water. Boy, they lay their eggs in there, and before you know it, you have a whole batch of them. And you'll notice pretty quickly if you get rid of those things, you'll see some things lighten up, depending on where you live.
Great point. If you have a tarp just covering something in the backyard, and that can collect water too.
We've had so much rain lately too, so there's a lot of it out there.
Yep, good point. All right, the time now is 8:13. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, Penobscot County is increasing the pay for local emergency dispatchers, hoping it will resolve ongoing staffing shortages.
But first, another check of our weather forecast today. Mostly cloudy with a chance of thunderstorms later on today. The highs will be up near 78 degrees. Clear with some areas of dense fog overnight with lows in the low 60s. Tomorrow, a partly cloudy day with just a chance of some thunderstorms. The high tomorrow, pretty warm, 89 degrees.
Sure, the driveway looks good now with the snow on it, but you know what will still be under there in the spring? The same cracks, crumbles, and potholes that were there before winter. Call Eaton Paving today. Let's make an appointment to fix those problems when the weather is ready. Eaton Paving and Excavation.
Looking to buy or sell your home in eastern and central Maine? Look no further than Melissa Bartlett of Better Homes and Gardens Masiello Group. With more than 25 years of experience in the industry, multi-millions in sales, and 5-star recommendations, Melissa knows the ins and outs of the market, making your real estate journey seamless. Whether you're a first-time buyer or a seasoned investor, Melissa's expertise will guide you every step of the way. Your journey to a new home starts here with your Maine move and Melissa Bartlett. Call today and let her experience be your advantage.
Hey Red Sox fans, you've got to play You Pick'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Local weekly winners receive prizes from Herman Meadow Golf Club or The Local. Register now at foxbangor.com. You Pick'em Red Sox is sponsored by Bruns Chiropractic Clinic in Bangor, Eddington Store in Eddington, Maine Collision Center in Bangor, and Twin City Tile in Brewer.
Sure, the driveway looks good now with the snow on it, but you know what will still be under there in the spring? The same cracks, crumbles, and potholes that were there before winter. Call Eaton Paving today. Let's make an appointment to fix those problems when the weather is ready. Eaton Paving and Excavation.
What's it going to take to stop this U.S. team?
We can steal their place.
It's quite simple, really. You train for 4 years in an AR simulations that mimics their every move.
Yeah.
Initializing crystal done.
What's it going to take to stop this U.S. team?
They're faster, slower, with style.
Good luck with that.
Welcome back, everyone. The Penobscot County Commissioners are taking steps to combat problems caused by staffing shortages among emergency dispatchers. Our Matthew Jarancic has the details.
911, what's the address of the emergency?
It's always been sort of the unsung hero, the unseen hero.
Serving more than 200,000 people across Aroostook, Penobscot, and Hancock County, Penobscot Regional Communications Center has been recognized as one of the busiest public safety answering points in Maine for the past 3 years. However, this accolade doesn't highlight a prolonged issue the communications center is facing, a staffing shortage.
The director and the deputy director was actually on leave, had been in there performing services, answering calls themselves for several hours, for several shifts. That's how bad the staffing is.
Scrambling for a solution, the Penobscot County Commissioners decided to approve a $2 bump in pay for its dispatchers.
The job is not for everybody, but it is a great opportunity for everybody, for anyone that's looking to get started with a career.
According to the Penobscot Regional Communications Center's website, a dispatcher's hourly wage ranges between $19.47 and $25.40, with new hires receiving a $2,000 sign-on bonus.
Despite the staffing shortages, Atkins says he's been seeing progress in people wanting to become dispatchers.
I received notice this morning, that we have potentially filled all but a couple of positions.
Penobscot Regional Communications Center Supervisor Betty Stone says she cares more about making a difference than dollars and cents.
It's important because we potentially could be helping people on what could be their worst day of their life, really, and get them the resources that they need.
In Bangor, Matthew Jarancic, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
The Good Shepherd Food Bank of Maine is getting the word out about its efforts to help older Mainers access nutritious food. On Monday, the food bank held an event to raise awareness about the Commodity Supplemental Food Program, which supplies seniors with healthy food provided by the USDA. The monthly program provides eligible Mainers over the age of 60 with about 30 pounds of shelf-stable food. The boxes include a variety of canned fruits, veggies, grains, and protein. Volunteer Engagement Coordinator Gina Bingham credits the food bank's partners and volunteers across the state for the program's success.
We use our network of over 600 partners throughout the state of Maine to help distribute these boxes. But we're also looking for folks that can come and just share skills with us too. It's not just packing boxes as far as volunteering here. We are looking for folks that have special skills to give any organization.
Last year, Good Shepherd packed more than 68,000 boxes, and this year they're looking to help with even more people. To learn more about how to volunteer or check your eligibility, visit gsfb.org.
A new joint project for organizations Helping Hands with a Heart and Heart of Maine United Way will provide help for the newest members of Maine's families. Known as Bundle, the program distributes free care boxes to every family with a new baby in the Maine Highlands region. Inside each box, there are 2 toys, a book, and resources for infant necessities during development. Bundle organizer Matthew Donahue says he hopes these boxes will be a boost for families.
Having a baby is a difficult change in your life, and that does not matter what your economic or background may be. It's a challenging time, and there's no playbook, there's no manual. So being able to provide bundle boxes to give people access to resources and give them high quality tools, books, toys, and support is just going to be something that we think makes a real difference for families and moms and caregivers in Piscataquis County.
Donahue says the new families can get those boxes through their own health care providers. What a great idea. You need so many things when you have a little baby to bring home. Not everybody can afford them. I mean, I could name you a list. You don't even think about it, but
absolutely.
There's a lot of stuff.
Prices are only going up too if you visited the Target section for baby supplies.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm not going to have any more babies. That's all I know.
I'm not going to visit that section anytime soon, Emma. Okay. Just the showers and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, the time now is 8:20. After the break, a teenage girl who's been racing at the Oxford Plains Speedway claims she's experienced abuse at the hands of other drivers and spectators and has been forced to stop racing at the track.
We'll have the details on that and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
Bathfitter is a better way to remodel your tub. A custom-made, watertight fit and high-quality materials mean a beautiful tub and a great value. Bathfitter, it just fits. Visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
When you've experienced fire and smoke damage in your home, when pipes break and you have water everywhere, when you're concerned about your family's health because of mold, you need a friendly face to take care of it all. You need the friendly faces of Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. We're just a click or call away. Whatever life throws at you, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration is here for you. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories. We'll handle the rest.
If you're looking to buy or sell a home, chances are you have a lot of questions. Norm Prouty has answers. Learn some tips and tricks and explore some beautiful new homes on the market. The Norm Prouty and Donnell Baker Real Estate Show, Sunday mornings at 8:30 on Fox 22.
Who likes to drink good coffee? At Carabassa Coffee Company, we roast premium quality coffee beans from all over the world. Roasted to perfection in small batches, our coffee is always fresh. We offer a large selection, including our specialty blends, organics, single origins, decaf, and flavor. Whether you like light, medium, or dark roasts, we have coffee to suit every taste. We offer flat rate shipping for online orders, and we ship fast. Carabassa Coffee Company. Drink good coffee.
Where in America do the best cooks come from?
Northeast, west, south, and west.
This is MasterChef, like you've never seen it before.
4 regions, 20 contestants.
Welcome to the United Taste of America.
The Northeast is bringing it. What's up?
West side is the best side.
In the South, we're praying for everybody.
Midwest. Sharpen your knives.
MasterChef United Tastes of America. Wednesdays on Fox and stream on.
A teenage race car driver says she's been the victim of threats, harassment, and hate at Oxford Plains Speedway, targeted for her age and gender. The family that owns and operates the Speedway says this is the first they're hearing about it. Brad Rogers has the story.
Starting on the pole, the number 16, that's Bella Flaherty.
Bella Flaherty of Alfred started racing stock cars when she was 10.
I've never raced with another girl. I've always only been the only girl, and we've never really had any problems.
The 16-year-old says that changed this year at Oxford Plains Speedway, where she says she's been targeted on and off the track.
They run after me, they scream at me, they say that they're going to fist fight me. I'm underage. We've had people come up to us and tell us they're going to wreck me.
She goes around.
I've been spun out, driven in the walls.
Not even half a lap, they drive right into the back of her. Racing is racing, but not wreck her every week. You know, and when I brought it to the track's attention, they don't care.
Bella and her father say they went to Oxford racing officials and the director of competition.
We went to them about a month ago and we shared our complaints, and they just hushed us up and told us that it's not their problem. And last week we went to track officials. We went to 2 different people and they wouldn't do anything about it.
Bella posted this message online. Despite being 4th in the standings, she'll no longer race at Oxford.
For months, we have been putting up with the disrespect from drivers, the physical contact, the words of hate, sexual harassment, threats. I've been told things from I'm a bad driver, girls shouldn't race, and I have physical death threats I get every week from grown adults. The track has done nothing to do, help, or stop it.
I spoke to Mike Mayberry, the vice president at Oxford Plains Speedway. He told me they'd never received any complaints from Bella or her family. He believes the family is upset because on Saturday the parents went into another driver's pit to voice their concerns over their daughter and were asked to leave by security. Bella's father says he only went to the pit to find out why another racer and his dad were screaming and chasing after his daughter.
2 grown men
chasing her through the pits. There's several witnesses. 2 grown adults had to stop these guys from chasing her down and attacking her. This is enough. We're not going back to Oxford.
Mike Mayberry did not want to be interviewed on camera. Bella Flaherty says she'll continue racing elsewhere.
Brad Rogers reporting.
You can just see how mad her dad is.
Yeah, I think I'd be storming into the other pits at that point, too.
I think so, too.
We only got that one side of the story, but
right.
But it doesn't sound like a good situation. Yeah.
All right, moving on. Let's get a full check of that forecast with WFVX.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Marilyn Monroe Spas. Sign up for your VIP spa membership today and access exclusive members-only services and benefits. It's a perfect gift for the summer. Alrighty, here we go. So again, advisories are the name of the game, though. Aerial flood watches remain posted for the western parts of the state, at least through 8 a.m. this morning, and things will begin to improve from there. We also have some river flood warnings that are posted in a few spots as well, and some aerial flood warnings as well, as there's just been a lot of rain in the western parts of the state and outside the state as well. And of course, visibility levels, we've been talking about this, a broken record every morning, and pretty much every night some areas of dense fog has been developing. We have more of that again where Bangor and nearby areas are down to around 2 to 4 miles, so it's exercise some caution if you're traveling this morning. Low beam lights or fog lights will be your friend, though, as you do travel. But otherwise, though, we are seeing some showers and a few rumbles of thunder developing this morning. The lightning kind of occurring right about in here, though, earlier this morning. We can see that right about in there. There's a few lightning bolts, but otherwise just some general rainfall. We'll catch a little bit of a break. The sun may come out for a while. Then a few showers and thunderstorms, again, possible during the afternoon period. As this tracks up towards the north and east, we'll also be watching this front here. That'll be moving in our direction as well. That'll be our next round of showers and storms coming up at some point. But otherwise, though, let's break all this down. So we're going to push the rain off towards the north and east. Notice the clouds break up for a bit. More showers and storms possible during the afternoon period. Not widespread. Most of you may even miss out on this. But then once we push things through, mostly clear later on tonight, though. Maybe some areas of dense fog in a few spots yet again. But Wednesday starting off with a lot of sunshine, maybe a few showers and storms possible during the afternoon period. A few of those may turn on the stronger side, though. Maybe some gusty winds and small hail with that. So you may need to watch that, though. But that'll quickly fizzle out. And then for your Thursday, starting off pretty nice with a few clouds moving through. And here's Wednesday's outlook, though, that we were just talking about. So again, just a marginal threat that we're talking about, a 1 out of 5 risk from the Storm Prediction Center. So we're talking maybe some gusty winds and small hail with some of the storms possible Wednesday afternoon. So not a big deal, but something we'll need to keep an eye on, though. But again, some rainfall possible later on this afternoon, though. At least running us through midnight tonight. And then the next few days, maybe a little bit more rain on the way. Half an inch to an inch of rain between now and Saturday evening before we're all finished up there. So your forecast coming up for today, upper 70s, mostly cloudy, a few thunderstorms as well, with the wind being light and variable. Later on tonight, though, 61 degrees, mostly clear with areas of dense fog on the way, and the wind overall looking nice and calm. Tomorrow, though, partly cloudy, a few thunderstorms. Some could get on the stronger side. Just keep an eye on that. Highs in the upper 80s and a southwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Marilyn Monroe Spas. Don't forget, it's going to be humid the next several days as well, so keep all of that in mind. Dew points will be in the 60s, possibly flirting with 70s at times, but air temperatures overall will be in the 70s and 80s the next several days. Our only dry day will be Thursday.
I love working for Skowhegan Savings Bank. Customers aren't just a number here. Employees aren't just a number. We know about our customers. We know their names. We know their pet names. We know their children. We know what's going on in their life. And that's what Skowhegan Savings Bank is about building relationships with our customers so that we can help them, whatever their financial needs are. I am so thankful that I made the choice to move to Skowhegan Savings Bank 27 years ago.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
I heard about you. You're that smart kid.
Young Sheldon, boy genius, on Origin Story.
Yes, that's me.
A small-town boy.
Young man. Yes, you.
With supersonic hearing. visionary vision,
Cheeky little Miwan, you know you don't belong there.
and a heightened sense of smell.
Ew. Put your shoes back on.
Young Sheldon 5 times a week.
Weekdays at 6 on Fox 22.
You can't smell this.
Yes, I can.
Looking for your dream home? Contact a Next Homie today and see what's available right now. Sellers, get ready to get looped and get sold. With Next Home Experience, we have your buyers.
More than 15 local and federal agencies are on a manhunt for escaped Pennsylvania inmate Michael Burham, who's accused of rape and murder. He broke out of a northwestern Pennsylvania jail near the border of New York late last week. Authorities say he lifted himself onto a piece of exercise equipment, went out through a metal-gated roof, and then lowered himself to the ground on a rope made of bed sheets. Fox News correspondent C.B. Cotton has the details.
There have been a number of sightings. I cannot rule out conclusively every one of those.
The massive multi-state manhunt for escaped Pennsylvania inmate Michael Burham intensifies. State police are now confident they are closing in on the Warren County Jail escapee, revealing possible sightings and that he's likely getting outside help as he navigates rough, wooded terrain near the Pennsylvania-New York border.
I believe at some point we will force him to make a mistake, and when he does, we will use that to our advantage.
Described by police as a survivalist, police stress the 34-year-old is considered armed and dangerous. Burham spent over a decade in the Army Reserve, serving as a water treatment specialist and utility repairman. More than 150 federal, state, and local law enforcement officers are helping with the investigation. Folks living near the search site and just outside the Allegheny National Forest are on edge.
Our doors will be locked. I'm not going to be terrified, but I'll be cautious and hope everybody else will be.
Burham faces a long list of charges in 2 states. He is the prime suspect in the rape and killing of a Jamestown, New York woman, Kayla Hodgkin.
It's just so unusual, and it's impacted our community so much, and it's just important to us that we resolve this without any further loss of life or injury to anybody.
The public is being asked not to approach Burham. The U.S. Marshals Service and the Warren County Crime Stoppers are each offering a few $1,000s for any information that leads to his arrest. In Warren County, Pennsylvania, C.B. Cotton, Fox News.
Now the news this morning, disgraced sports doctor Larry Nassar was stabbed multiple times in an altercation at a federal prison in Florida. Nassar is serving decades behind bars after being convicted of sexually abusing female gymnasts. Fox's Brian Yennis has details.
Convicted former USA gymnastics doctor Larry Nassar is recovering and listed in stable condition at a local hospital after he was stabbed at the Federal Correctional Complex Coleman, a prison compound in Central Florida. Sources familiar with the matter confirmed to Fox that Nassar was stabbed on Sunday at the prison compound about an hour northwest of Orlando. Nassar was reportedly stabbed multiple times in the chest and back during an altercation with another inmate. The Bureau of Prisons, in a statement to Fox News, would only confirm that an inmate was assaulted, writing in part, quote, "The Federal Bureau of Investigation was notified. No staff or other inmates were injured, and at no time was the public in danger. An internal investigation is ongoing." Nassar is spending the rest of his life in prison after he admitted to sexually assaulting athletes under the guise that he was providing them medical treatment when he worked at Michigan State University and at USA Gymnastics.
And it was not for any medical purpose, is that correct?
Correct. In 2018, he was sentenced up to 175 years in prison after being found guilty of molesting more than 300 women and girls as young as 6 years old, including some of the nation's top gymnasts. Dozens of victims testified during Nassar's trial, criticizing adults and athletic coaches for allegedly turning a blind eye to the sexual abuse.
He was supposed to do no harm, and instead, he exploited children.
The federal penitentiary Coleman is a high-security facility housing 1,200 inmates. In New York, Brian Yennis, Fox News.
Coming up on the second half of our newscast, Christmas in July? Well, not quite. We'll have the details on the closing of a favorite store among many shoppers nationwide, of which has 3 locations in Maine.
Also, a warning from scientists regarding the intense flooding that we've been seeing at the state and international levels. Those stories and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
It's the Toyota Summer Savings Event featuring SUVs from the longest-lasting brand, Toyota.
You've been waiting for a new Toyota, so now's the time. Come and get it.
Right now, you could save up to $1,600 with affordable 3.99% financing on an all-wheel drive RAV4. And every RAV4 comes with 2 years no-cost maintenance and more. The Toyota Summer Savings Event at your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters.
So come and get it.
Toyota, let's go places.
It's time to get down to the business of food, and I'm looking to invest.
$250,000.
Of my own money. It's not just an investment, it's a partnership. Each week, I'll put the best food entrepreneurs to the test.
It has 2.2 horsepower. That's like a go-kart.
Winners hustle and make tough decisions fast.
And drop the ball.
This was a profit challenge. I'm looking for my next food star. The person who I'll be investing in is
Gordon Ramsay's Food Stars, Wednesdays on Fox and stream on Hulu.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, today, I didn't finish the... Yeah, I did. Okay, today is Tuesday, July 11th, 2023.
It's your Monday. Welcome back
It's
from
also
vacation.
World Population Day.
Yes.
I'm a little fuzzy this morning.
That's okay.
You know, it wasn't a long vacation, just a couple of days tagged on to the weekend, but it was
Right.
enough to get me out of that state of mind. And
It's
you know,
hard getting back into sitting on the desk because we wake up pretty early.
Yeah,
So it's hard.
yeah.
You get out of that habit on the weekend, so the first day back is always hard.
yeah, the alarm at 3:05 this morning, it seemed like it was quite a
It's
shock.
not
but,
real.
okay.
It's not real.
Yeah. Again, it's World Population Day. That's the holiday today.
Right. Today is a holiday that's dedicated to focusing on the importance of population issues. It was created in the wake of 5 Billion Day in 1987, which was held to raise awareness about problems the world faced as the world's population approached 5 billion people. It now stands at over 8 billion and is held to highlight the importance of resources that are depleting at an unsustainable rate. The issue of population is also causing an increase in crimes happening more than ever in the areas of gender inequity and human rights, especially in developing countries.
All right, moving on this day in history, back in 1804, a duel between two leading American politicians claimed the life of one of them. United States Vice President Aaron Burr and former Secretary of the Treasury Alexander Hamilton ended a lifelong feud with a duel. Hamilton was fatally wounded and died the following day. In 1960, Harper Lee's classic To Kill a Mockingbird was first published. A book about racial inequality during the Great Depression went on to win a Pulitzer Prize.
Both of the historical events that you just brought up, I remember those being days that I've paid attention in class.
Right? Yeah.
Yes. And in 1979, the abandoned U.S. space station Skylab met a spectacular ending as it burned up in the atmosphere as it returned to Earth. Today's birthdays include musician Paul McCartney, who turns 81, and probably the most polar opposite in music that you can get to Paul McCartney. Rapper Lil' Kim turns 48. If you haven't listened to her, her rap is kind of as vulgar as it gets. So, just floating that warning out there, which I think it's hilarious that they both have birthdays today. Yep. I love it. I love this group of people. It's also the birthday of American writer E.B. White, who wrote a number of his important works from a farmhouse in Brooklyn, Maine. The home was also the inspiration for one of the best-known works, Charlotte's Web. And maybe I'm just making this up in my head, but I feel like he knew Harper Lee. Did Harper Lee and E.B. White know each other?
I have no idea.
I'm maybe thinking somebody else. I'll have to Google this right when we throw to weather.
Maybe they knew Lil' Kim. I don't know. Maybe not.
You never know.
They might have been pals.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think E.B. White was born in like 1899, so I don't
1899.
think.
Well, he still could have known Harper
maybe.
Lee. Okay, I'm going to Google it, but let's check in with Devin Biggs to see what that rain is going to do.
Let's check the Google.
Yes.
All right, we'll be right back.
I'm going to try.
Google some stuff.
Thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Tuesday. First weather forecast brought to you by Marilyn Monroe Spas. Sign up for your VIP spa membership today and access exclusive members-only services and benefits. It's the perfect gift for the summer. Alrighty, here we go. So we have some advisories to talk about this morning. Mainly in the northwestern parts of the state, aerial flood watches remain posted until 8 a.m. this morning. Once that gets out of here, things will start to calm down. We also have river flood warnings and such that are in effect until further notice for the western parts of the state as well. A lot of rain has fallen in the western parts of the state. And of course, a broken record fog. We've been dealing with fog again this morning near Bangor and areas to the south and west where visibility is down to a few mile visibility. But we're going to start seeing things improve, of course, as the daytime gets going. But daily chances for fog will be expected, though, moving forward, or more so occurring at night. But otherwise, though, we've had some decent rainfall as well. Looks like we had a little bit of lightning earlier this morning as well. Looking at some of the lightning tracker data right there, looks like we did right about in there. But now it's just some general rain that we've been seeing. We're going to push this off to the east. We'll catch a break, and a few showers and maybe a rumble of thunder will be possible during the afternoon period later on today. But otherwise, though, there's a lot of rain out there again, which is why we're seeing a lot of flooding in a few spots as this area low pressure just slowly tracks off towards the north and east. So futurecast for today, we'll get a few breaks in the clouds, some showers and a few rumbles of thunder possible. But look at Wednesday, a nice way to start things off with a lot of sunshine in a few areas. So your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, showers and thunderstorms possible. In general, temperatures rising into the 70s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
All right, thank you, Devin.
Before you go, sorry.
What? Go ahead.
Sorry. It was Harper Lee and Truman Capote were friends.
Okay.
They were complete
different
generations. You were right on the E.B. White thing.
E.B. White was busy hanging out with Little Kim.
Right.
Chilling down on the coast.
Yeah.
All right, in the latest wave of retail bankruptcies, Christmas tree shops are closing all around the country as the company filed for bankruptcy this past May.
According to an announcement on Friday from Hilco Merchant Resources, the company handling the liquidation, Maine's Scarborough, Augusta, and Bangor locations are among the many scheduled to close. The Bangor location has already begun its closing sale. Once the doors close, the only remaining businesses in that complex here in Bangor will be Harbor Freight Tool and Katahdin Trust Bank. It's unclear when the location will be closing for good. You know, such a bummer. It's such a big store. They employ so many people.
Yeah.
But, you know, those liquidation sales, you take advantage of it if that's your thing. I know it is mine, so maybe I'll have to show up.
Go get some goodies.
Yeah, just goodies. That's a good word for
they've
it.
got a lot of neat cookies and things like that.
Yeah,
in there, so.
all sorts of stuff.
That's what I think of when I think
candles. All sorts of kitchen supplies, all sorts of stuff. Okay, still to come here this morning, Tyler Cruz will have the latest with sports.
We'll be right back.
Moosehead Medicine, Greenville's favorite dispensary. Our knowledgeable staff will guide you on your journey to find the perfect remedy specifically for you. From pain relief to relaxation, Moosehead Medicine has what you need to improve your well-being. Stop by Moosehead Medicine today and discover the power of nature's healing.
Come stop by Triple S Tag Shop, 315 Hamden Road, Carmel, for quality clothing and equestrian gear.
Silver Fox Automotive is a family-owned and operated company with more than 30 years of experience. We are originally from the county and offer competitive prices and promise you will be completely satisfied with our work. We offer a stress-free experience to both our new and returning customers. We only use parts from reputable brands to ensure your vehicle is safe to drive. Here at Silver Fox, there will always be a friendly face to greet you. Come see us at 2004 Audlin Road in Herman.
On the next Last Man Standing, they're going back to the Old West at Outdoor Man.
Oh, mercy! We're all going to die! Is there an eyelash in my eye?
Well, I can't really see if you keep your eyes closed.
And Mandy's taking a fancy to Kyle.
When did this turn into Girls Gone Wild Wild West?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I feel like this costume's just a little too tight. What do you think?
Last Man Standing.
This afternoon, starting at 4 on Fox 22.
Moosehead Medicine, Greenville's favorite dispensary. Our knowledgeable staff will guide you on your journey to find the perfect remedy specifically for you. From pain relief to relaxation, Moosehead Medicine has what you need to improve your well-being. Stop by Moosehead Medicine today and discover the power of nature's healing.
After the shocking events of Tribal Court left the bloodline completely shattered, Jey Uso has his eyes locked on revenge. And all new Friday Night SmackDown, live at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Some big news on Monday from the state of Maine in the Major League Baseball draft. Today, 2 of the draft featured rounds 3 through 10. And before we even finished round 5, 2 Maine natives had heard their names called. First off the board, being selected in the 4th round of the Kansas City Royals, was South Portland native Hunter Owen. Owen, a left-handed pitcher out of Vanderbilt, made 12 starts this year, striking out 17, and opponents only hit .219 off of him. And then in the 5th round, out of Eliot, Maine, Marshwood High School, and the University of Maine, Black Bears second baseman Quinn McDaniel was selected by the Giants with the 153rd overall pick. And following that pick, we were able to catch up with Quinn and head coach Nick Durba to reflect on the day and his career with Maine.
Francisco selects Quinn McDaniel, a second baseman from the University of Maine, Orono.
I'm excited to be a part of it, and I'm kind of excited to soak it all in.
On Monday afternoon, Quinn McDaniel saw every ball player's dream come true, being selected in the 5th round of the MLB draft by the San Francisco Giants.
I don't think it really hit me until just a few moments ago what really happened, and it's kind of just the next step in my dream, and feels great.
The move didn't come as a shock to Maine baseball head coach Nick Durba. Since the fall of Quinn's sophomore year, Durba saw a major leap in his game, and after that season was ready for this day.
He showed up, he looked stronger, he was just kind of getting just better. You know, he was doing some things that I was like, that's different. You know, the ball's off his bat just differently. At the end of his sophomore year, we began planning for him not to be back this year.
Quinn's 3 years at Maine were very competitive seasons for the Black Bears, and finally reaching their goal of a conference championship in his last go-round.
That meant everything. Going out conference champions, obviously, it's something I was working towards my freshman, sophomore year and fell short. To go out kind of having a good year and making it to a regional, it kind of meant the world.
Playing in the NCAA tournament capped off a great junior campaign from the second baseman out of Marshwood High. He hit .354 with 16 homers and over 30 steals, getting some raving comparisons from his now former head coach.
All he did was work hard and just get better. He's got the ability to be a Craig Biggio type player. You know, you don't say that stuff lightly. That's a Hall of Famer.
And McDaniel returns the praise, saying Durba, the 2007 draft pick by the St. Louis Cardinals, has been a huge part in his journey to the pros.
Obviously, he was a big piece of that deciding factor to go up there to Orono, and just his philosophies and the way he mentored me throughout the whole thing was huge. I have to give a lot of credit to him.
In a way, pro baseball is easier. In a way, it's harder. He's going to get to his potential because all he's doing is playing baseball and lifting. And a guy that likes to work and that takes care of himself off the field will have a leg up.
All right, congratulations to Quinn. Looking forward to see what he does next. He says he'll be out of town by the end of the week. Let's move on to some basketball now. Maine United, a really great week down at Peach Jam, falling in the last second of the championship game to the top overall team, Night Riders Elite, after beating them in pool play, though. And after some top-notch performances, Newport's ace flag starting to see some attention. Per his Twitter account on Sunday, just hours after the championship game, George Washington University out of the Atlantic 10 came calling for the rising junior. At Peach Jam, flag averaged just under 15 points per game. Ace also had 2 20-point outings, and he was huge in some games for Maine United. Notched a couple of double-doubles while he was at it. Very efficient from the field, shot over 58%, and a very deserving offer for Ace. More to come for him and the rest of the guys with Maine United. They really had a heck of a week. Let's go back to some baseball here. A little over a week ago, the Red Sox weren't looking so hot, but fast forward 9 games, and they've got a little streak going heading into the All-Star break. With their comeback victory over Oakland on Sunday, Boston claimed their 5th straight win before the unofficial midway point of the season. Not only have they won 5 straight, 8 of their last 9 before some time off. When they come back, they're just 2 games out from a playoff spot.
This was a great weekend, so enjoy the break. Got to be ready. You know, the Cubs are a good team. They can pitch. It should be fun at Wrigley, but you know, I'm glad that we ended up the first part of the season this way. We're playing some good baseball. You know, but we still need to reset. You know, I'm not gonna be the guy that say, I wish we played tomorrow, because that's not true.
Yeah, looking forward to see what they can do after the break. That is all the time we have for sports, though. We'll be right back after this break.
Looking to buy or sell a home?
The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
Loyalty Inc. has recently renovated their shop. Loyalty Inc. takes pride in having a clean, sterile, spacious environment with a relaxed and friendly atmosphere. A tattoo is a statement of who you are. Loyalty Inc. will help you express your personality and style as custom design is their expertise. They feature great ink and quality artwork at affordable prices. Loyalty Inc. Our colors never fade.
The ultimate family-friendly concert experience is back and all new for 2023. The Kids Bop Never Stop live tour is coming your way, so get ready to sing and dance. Saturday, July 22nd, Maine Savings Amphitheater, Bangor, Maine. On sale now at waterfrontconcerts.com or ticketmaster.com. So come have the best time ever at the Kids Bop Never Stop live tour. See you there.
It's the Midsummer Classic on Fox.
Man, is this going to be fun. Stars all over the field.
The world's biggest headliners, serving up their mammoth hits.
Oh, he's sensational.
They're taking center stage for one incredible show. The MLB All-Star Game. Coverage begins tonight at 7 Eastern on Fox.
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
A lot can happen in a century, and no one knows that better than Mary Hunter of Bangor.
We first introduced you to this 99-year-old volunteer and avid crafter back in January. Well, over the weekend, she turned 100, and our Jody Hersey was invited to her surprise birthday party.
Folks from near and far lined the halls of Searsport High as they awaited the arrival of the guest of honor, 100-year-old Mary Hunter. Happy birthday, dear Mary. Hunter was born on July 9, 1923, in Georgia and moved to Maine decades ago. During her lifetime, she's become a local celebrity. Well known for volunteering at area nursing homes and hospice and sharing her love of crafting with students of all ages.
You can't go anywhere within Waldo County or Bangor that someone knows who she is or knows of her.
Relatives, friends, and community members all gathered at Searsport High School in order to celebrate 100-year-old Mary Hunter over the weekend. Many in attendance came to share with Mary just how much she means to them.
She was born during segregation, and just the life that she's led and the people that she has touched, specifically ours with, taking my mom in, and just incredible all around.
I've known her since I was about 5 years old, starting school at Smith School in Winterport. She used to come to the school and teach us arts and crafts. She's a great lady.
Hunter says this party was truly unexpected.
This is a surprise of my life. I didn't dream of this, although we had surprise before, but this is one I'll never forget.
The birthday girl even serenaded her own guests by playing the spoons with two other musicians. Hunter says she plans to keep celebrating life each and every day.
Some people fib about the age. They don't want you to know it, but me, I'm happy to be living and alive.
In Searsport, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Boy, she's looking great, too.
Yeah.
Sharp as a tack.
Yeah, she sounds great.
Yeah.
I want to know what she's done to keep herself so sharp through the years.
I think she stayed busy. I think she just learned how to read like a few years ago, or improved her reading anyway. And that might be part of it. Just keep that brain working and positive
She's learning
attitude.
new things. Yeah, our reporter Jody said she's just trying to learn new things all the time. That's probably what it is.
Good for her.
Good for her.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. All right, now here's meteorologist Evan Biggs with our full weather forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Marilyn Monroe Spas. Sign up for your VIP spa membership today and access exclusive members-only services and benefits. It's a perfect gift for the summer. Alrighty, here we go. So again, advisories for the name of the game, though. Aerial flood watches remain posted for the western parts of the state, at least through 8 a.m. this morning, and things will begin to improve from there. We also have some river flood warnings that are posted in a few spots as well, and some aerial flood warnings as well, as there's just been a lot of rain in the western parts of the state and outside the state as well. And of course, visibility levels, we've been talking about this, a broken record every morning, and pretty much every night some areas of dense fog has been developing. We have more of that again where Bangor and nearby areas are down to around 2 to 4 miles, so just exercise some caution if you're traveling this morning. Low beam lights or fog lights will be your friend, though, as you do travel. But otherwise, though, we are seeing some showers and a few rumbles of thunder developing this morning. The lightning kind of occurring right about in here, though, earlier this morning. We can see that right about in there. There's a few lightning bolts, but otherwise just some general rainfall. We'll catch a little bit of a break. The sun may come out for a while. Then a few showers and thunderstorms, again, possible during the afternoon period. As this tracks up towards the north and east, we'll also be watching this front here. That'll be moving in our direction as well. That'll be our next round of showers and storms coming up at some point. But otherwise, though, let's break all this down. So we're going to push the rain off towards the north and east. Notice the clouds break up for a bit. More showers and storms possible during the afternoon period. Not widespread. Most of you may even miss out on this. But then once we push things through, mostly clear later on tonight, though. Maybe some areas of dense fog in a few spots yet again. But Wednesday starting off with a lot of sunshine. Maybe a few showers and storms possible during the afternoon period. A few of those may turn on the stronger side, though. Maybe some gusty winds and small hail with that. So you may need to watch that, though. But that'll quickly fizzle out. And then for your Thursday, starting off pretty nice with a few clouds moving through. And here's Wednesday's outlook, though, that we were just talking about. So again, just a marginal threat that we're talking about, a 1 out of 5 risk from the Storm Prediction Center. So we're talking maybe some gusty winds and small hail with some of the storms possible Wednesday afternoon. So not a big deal, but something we'll need to keep an eye on, though. But again, some rainfall possible later on this afternoon, though. At least rain us through midnight tonight. And then the next few days, maybe a little bit more rain on the way. Half an inch to an inch of rain between now and Saturday evening before we're all finished up there. So your forecast coming out for today, upper 70s, mostly cloudy, a few thunderstorms as well, with the wind being light and variable. Later on tonight, though, 61 degrees, mostly clear with areas of dense fog on the way, and the wind overall looking nice and calm. Tomorrow, though, partly cloudy, a few thunderstorms. Some could get on the stronger side. Just keep an eye on that. Highs in the upper 80s and a southwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Marilyn Monroe Spas. Don't forget it's going to be humid the next several days as well, so keep all of that in mind. Dew points will be in the 60s, possibly flirting with 70s at times, but air temperatures overall will be in the 70s and 80s the next several days. Our only dry day will be Thursday.
An Odyssey is a long journey full of adventures. And at Odyssey Auto Spa, we understand every vehicle's journey is different.
Hi, I'm Jacob Gage, and as the owner of Odyssey, I take pride in offering a full range of detailing services to keep your ride looking its best. From basic detailing to ceramic coatings, window tint to wraps, we've got you covered. Come see us at our Ellsworth location and let us help you keep your ride looking its best.
This or that, this or that. You can do this when you Angie that. You can do this when you Angie that. You can do this because Angie's where it's at.
Connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. Get started today at Angie.com.
Bathfitter is a better way to remodel your tub. A custom-made, watertight fit and high-quality materials mean a beautiful tub and a great value. Bathfitter, it just fits. Visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Hanks Husqvarna is your full-line Husqvarna dealer with 2 convenient locations, 32 Old State Road in Carmel and 19 Moosehead Trail in Newport. Whether it's tractors and zero-turns, chainsaws to trimmers, or pressure washers to battery power, everything is set up, serviced, and ready to go by our certified Husqvarna technician. And all sales are backed by our in-house Husqvarna warranty. For parts, service, or sales, stop in to Hanks Husqvarna, Carmel or Newport.
I will see your 18 and drop it like it's hot.
15. 25 words or less.
Small fridge. Mini fridge.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We going all the way today. Making a splash.
Blank, ball, pool, cannonball. Yeah!
All summer long.
You're going home with $10,000. Let that sink in.
Weekdays. Weekdays at 9 on Fox 22.
A thief tries to nail down a heist with some intimidation, but instead gets the cold shoulder and no cold cash.
This man, seen on a security video, entered the Nail First shop in Atlanta. The thief had an apparent disguised weapon and demanded patrons to lie down and hand over their money, only to be seemingly ignored. The suspect did grab one woman's cell phone, and she nonchalantly just walked out the door without surrendering money. As the big heist became a big bust, the suspect fled in a silver-colored sedan. Crime Stoppers Atlanta offered a reward for information to help arrest and indict the suspect.
They're just like,
they could not care.
Give me your money.
Right?
Nah,
No,
I don't think so.
they don't think so.
Probably not the safest thing to do, but, you know.
They did well, though, to ignoring it is a good thing to do sometimes. Maybe not in this instance.
They could tell he had like a bogus something.
Right,
you know,
right.
Yeah.
Good for them. That's all we have time for today, folks. Have a great day.
I'm just waving.